Welcome back, Fantasy Endgame. Time for another best ball draft. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. That means best ball mania. We're hitting another best ball mania draft tonight. If you want to get in here and draft with me, you know what to do. Get your underdog accounts ready. And if for some reason you don't have an underdog account, well, you see it scrolling down there. You need to go get yourself an underdog account. And when you do, you need to sign up and use promo code ENDGAME because it's going to get you a free pick plus up to $1,000 in bonus credits that you can use in these drafts right away. But let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into it. Going to get a best ball mania going. So if you want to try to join with me, get your app queued up, get ready. Of course, we're going to do 20 seconds per pick, and we are going to enter in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, we got a lot of spots here, so no problem if you guys want to jump in. Lots of spots open. Only 2 people in here so far, so get on in here. Starting to fill up. We're up to 8. While we wait, Pulse Warhol, what's up? Like an Andy Warhol picture looking thing there. How many leagues will I end up playing? Well, if you count Dynasty, I'll probably be in 10. It's too many. I used to be in a lot more than that, but I've cut way down in recent years because it's just so hard with the channel. I mean, we put out 10 videos a week. We're live streaming pretty much every day. It's just so hard to keep up with it. My team, even my Dynasty teams, I don't give them the love and attention that they require or they deserve during the season. But I'll probably be in about 10. Pierre, I don't know. He always seems to get roped into more than me. He has a little harder time saying no than I do, I think. He might be in like 15. Franco, Nubix Vision, this is a best ball mania. Doing BBM, best ball mania. 5 spots left. You guys want to jump on in here? We get this thing started. We're doing a 20-second clock, by the way. 20-second clock. All right, Franco has a Dynasty question. He's got a Amon-Ra. He really wants McMillan. Well, yeah, you can't trade a Amon-Ra straight up for McMillan. If you're gonna get like if you're gonna give up a Amon-Ra for McMillan, I think you got to at least. I mean, it's hard to say what player to get back, but I think you got to at least. I mean, I'm wondering if like a first is too much. Like, is McMillan in a first? Like, is that going to be like a too much? I mean, maybe not. I wouldn't want a 27 first. I don't like trading for first. I don't like trading proven studs like an Amon-Ra St. Brown for first 2 years away from now. Because it's just very hard to predict what that pick is going to be 2 years from now. Like the team you're trading Amon-Ra to might look like, oh, hold on, let me find my where are we at here? Where's my active drafts? There we go. Like the team you're trading to now you might look at it and be like, oh, their team's not very good. It'll be an early first, but you don't know what can happen in 2 years. And suddenly it's a late first and you're like wishing you hadn't made that deal. So I mean, if you think it's like if you're looking at the team going into this year, I mean, you got to also understand by giving them a Amon-Ra St. Brown, there's a chance that their team gets better because he will probably be better than McMillan. No guarantee, but probably. So I'd want to feel pretty comfortable. I was at least getting a mid to early first for Amon-Ra St. Brown if I'm going to get McMillan. But man, I mean, this is just not a type of deal. Like, this is not a type of deal I'd personally like to do because I'm trading a very, very high-end wide receiver who's still very young, who I know is going to give me wide receiver 1 value for the next X amount of years for an unproven rookie. This is not the type of deal I like to do. personally. But I think I would at least need like a mid to early first thrown in with McMillan. But honestly, I don't even know if I would do it for that myself. Now, if they're going to give you, maybe you need running back help and they're going to throw in like a good young running back, depending on who it is, then maybe. But this is just not like, I'd prefer to trade a different wide receiver for McMillan. I don't know who you have, but I prefer to trade a different one. And so, anyways, we got an interesting start to this draft. We see Puka Nacua go at the 5 spot. I have a lot of neighbors, but wow, what's going on? Wow, CMC has actually jumped neighbors in ADP, but I'm going to still take neighbors here. Gonna still take neighbors. All right, let me pull up the week 17 schedule. Who the Giants play again in week 17? The Raiders. So we could try to target like Jacoby Myers later, Jack Besh. Maybe even Geno. A bit later here. Hold on. All right, coming up on my pick again. Yeah, I'm definitely liking Neighbors over Nico. I'm pretty all in on Neighbors this year. I really like Ladd here. I like Achane a lot here too. Let's keep going with the wide receivers in this draft. And we could target Herbert later. Puka or Neighbors? I'm Neighbors. All right, so Chargers play Texans. So we could potentially go CJ Stroud. Of course, we could get Higgins later. We could get Kirk later, who I think is a good value. We could get Noel later. He's also okay. There we go. Make sure I got my thing queued up so I see it. What's up, Sportshead? Are you in here? Yep, there you are. Oh, you were picking right before me. Nice. Yeah, I'm liking Neighbors a lot this year with Russ or Jameis or Dart. I think Neighbors could have a monster year. I still really like Nico, and I think Puka's fine. I just think Neighbors just brings a level of upside. Like, I would take Nico over Puka, personally. If I had to, who am I clicking on first? Golden or Reed? I'm going to click on Golden. I think Golden's going to be out there in 2 wide receiver sets. Reed's one of those guys that just plays out of the slot in 3 wide receiver sets. He was only targeted on like 16% of his routes last year. He's a guy that relies on yards after the catch, which is why he has a lot of down games where he doesn't do anything. I'd rather gamble on Golden. I like Golden. I like what he brings to the offense. I think LaFleur is going to use him, get him a lot of pre-snap motion. I like Golden. All right, coming up on our pick here. Again, I'm probably just going to take a wide receiver here again. All right, well, I was thinking about Garrett Wilson, but Terry McLaurin's a nice consolation prize. Always try to maybe grab Jaden Daniels next round. Probably not, but you never know. Commanders get the Cowboys, so Pickens would be a nice bring back here. That gives us also Dak as a potential. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. Well, there goes JD. I think we're just going to keep hammering wide receiver here. I don't have a lot of DJ Moore. I like DJ Moore. Let's grab DJ Moore. Let's grab DJ Moore here. Kind of going a little 0 RB. Nothing wrong with that. 49ers, nice. So we can try to stack him with some of the, or try to get the 49ers receivers or bringbacks. That gives us Jennings. That gives us Pearsall. Maybe Ayuk. I don't love Ayuk, but. All right, so now Franco's saying he's got DJ Moore, DK Metcalf. I mean, look, if he might take DK Metcalf. He might take Jacoby or DJ Moore. I doubt you could get I doubt you could do Jacoby for him. I mean, those guys might not be enough. I mean, I would try it. You never know. You never know how he feels about those players. They've got name value. And maybe you could even do like if you threw in like Matthew Golden. Well, that might be a little too much. But maybe if he throws in like a running back in return or something. But I don't think I want to give up Amon-Ra. He's your unquestioned wide receiver one. Could McMillan become that? Sure. But he could not. So yeah, if he's only got Henry and Pacheco, I mean, I'd probably just hold him. And again, like I said, you could try, see if maybe he'll take DJ Moore or DK Metcalf. I mean, I do like RJ Harvey, but I don't think I want to give up. Hold on, I'm on the clock here. Speaking of RJ Harvey, there he is. But you know what? I'm just going to keep going. Let's just keep hammering wide receiver. I like Calvin Ridley. The Titans play. Titans get the Saints. I don't really have a lot of Olave. Maybe this will be a draft where we can grab an Olave. Shaheed. Yeah, I don't think I want McMillan and RJ Harvey for Amon-Ra again. You're talking about two rookies. You just don't know. I know Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to give me wide receiver one numbers pretty much every single week for years to come. Oh, sniped on Henderson there, but all right, we'll go James Conner. I almost kind of want to go Addison here and just be done at wide receiver. But we'll go Conner. Yeah, I do like Trey Benson. And I understand that there's certainly risk Conner misses time this year. I would have definitely preferred Travion Henderson there, but what are you going to do? I mean, I almost kind of wish I just had gone Addison and then just be done at wide receiver. Yeah, Connor's been so reliable, but I mean, can it last? He's 30 years old. Wow, you got Nate Franco, you got Neighbors 110 and BTJ at the turn on the way back. That's really nice. Really nice. Yeah, he's like Frank Gore. He just keeps chugging along, putting up solid seasons. At 50. It wasn't quite 50, but it seemed like it. All right. Well, with Pearsall gone, let's go. Man, do I just take the value on Pollard? I mean, on Laporta here? No, let's go Pollard. Let's go Pollard. Yeah, I thought I went Pollard. I thought about taking the value on Laporta there, but it's not like a mat. He's not way below ADP. He's less than 10 picks, so let's grab Pollard. Connor Pollard's not a bad start at running back, considering we waited till round 6. Yeah, too late for Laporte on the way back. He already went. CMC comeback player of the year. I think you're right, Kenny. Yeah, I would have taken Pearsall there if Sportshead didn't do it. He would have given me that nice bring back, but no worries. All right, I'm just going to take... I don't have a lot of Hawkinson. I don't really love Brian Robinson Jr. Just going to grab my first tight end with Hawk. Think Mooney can do it again? Yeah, I think Mooney's fine. I probably haven't talked about Mooney enough. I loved Mooney last year. I don't know, maybe he's not as undervalued, so I'm not talking about him as much, but he's still going pretty late in drafts. Yeah, don't talk to, like, yeah. Everybody gets good reports in minicamp. It's 11 on 11 in shorts. Everybody's in the best shape of their life. Never been healthier. Blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, they didn't do anything at wide receiver. It's still just pretty much him, Drake London, and Ray McLeod. Is Ray McLeod even still on the team? I'm pretty sure he is. Doesn't matter. No. And he put up a nice season last year with Kirk Cousins playing like doo-doo, so I like Mooney. I probably don't have enough Mooney this year. Last year, he was one of my highest drafted players. I don't really have enough of him this year. Yep, I like Trey Harris. Definitely like Trey Harris. I mean, you can say that about everybody, Kenny, assuming they stay healthy. That's always the big unknown. Health. Yeah, I can't give up Amon-Ra for 27 first and McMillan. All right, well, it was between him and Scadaboo, so let's grab Scadaboo. Yeah, I agree. I think Dak is a steal. What's up, Bobby? The Endgame boys. Only one of us today, though. Pierre's out of town, visiting family. He's busy, but he'll be back next week. Don't worry. Joshua's top 5 running backs this year: Devon Achane, Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon Barkley, Bucky Irving, Ashton Genty. Do I do life career advice on here? Sure. I don't know if it's good life career advice. You have a specific life career question? All right, well, let's grab Caleb here to stack with DJ Moore. That works. Follow me, I'll get you in divorce court. That's not good. Not good. Achan only averaged 53 yards per game. I know, but he was a monster in receiving. He did struggle in the games Tua didn't play, though. That's for sure. So we do need Tua to stay healthy. But man, his receiving work, it almost doesn't even matter. He's like Alvin Kamara. Like, it doesn't even matter what he does on the ground. Because of what he does through the air. Bobby's saying stuck in a job didn't promote me and doesn't cover my expenses. Well, that's not good. Looking for something else or debating starting my own business. I mean, look, I can only speak for myself and my experience, Bobby, but I did corporate jobs my first 15 years working. And then I started my personal training business up until COVID. And yes, it was very hard and it's very, very, very stressful. There's a high level of stress. But man, if you can handle that stress and you can deal with the pain of the startup of trying to get going, it's well worth it. It's well worth it. So you say, okay, personal training. I mean, or I don't have any experience with the smart home devices, but I have experience with personal training. I mean, if you're a good trainer, you can do it, but don't think it's just going to happen. Like, it's certainly not easy. It's very, very tough. It's definitely doable. I've seen there are other trainers that I saw who started and became very successful because they're very good at it. And I truly believe. All right, let's go Besh here for the bring back. I truly believe if you're really good at it, you will eventually be successful. But you just got to understand that it's going to take a while, and the struggle is real at first, and there's a high level of stress because on other okay, you say your job doesn't cover your expenses now, which sucks, and that's not good. But at least you know that money's coming in. Yeah, and I would recommend. I definitely would. This is a good point by Shane. If you can keep your current job while you build your personal training or your home smart business, do it. Because it's very challenging if you don't have any income coming in. So if you can keep that job and then do your personal, which is what I did when I started. I was training clients. I was basically working, all day at computer programming and then training clients at night. I was exhausted, but I had to do it. Even with this job, or I shouldn't say this job. Okay, well, hold on. Where are we at here? We don't have any Texans. Ooh. I already have Connor, so I can't go Benson. Let's grab Kincaid. I like Kincaid. I mean, even this job, a lot of people don't know when we first are this channel, because this is like far from a job. This is far from a job. I mean, it's definitely it was stressful, and it still has the stressful moments, but it's far from a job. That's what I did too, Bobby, with this one, because again, after COVID hit, and everything got shut down, I never went back to personal training. We started the channel. Of course, we were very small back then. I was doing door dashing and Uber Eats back then. So you could do that too. And the nice thing about those, again, it's the pay is not great. You got to grind. But you can do it on your own time. So if you have a client that says I need to train at this time, you can be like, yeah, I can be there to train you. Or if you have a home and whatever you end up doing. So that certainly is a possibility. And if you're willing to put in the hours, you can make decent money doing that. And I don't know where you live, hopefully not Southern California. So you hopefully will not need as much money as I do, because I live in Southern California, unfortunately. I don't know about an empire, but it's pretty nice that, I can sit here and chat with you guys about fantasy football and life. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. Got to get back to the team here. So we're down at wide receiver. Tight end's debatable. I don't know if I feel good at just. South Florida, so I'm not sure how expensive that is. I don't know. But if you can make enough, or at least, pay your bills, door dashing, that gives you time to build your personal training business. Because I don't know what your plan is with that, or the home installation, which I have no experience on. But if you're going to do personal training, you got to get certified. You got to get your certifications, CPR, all that stuff. You got to find a place to train. Let's go Garendo here. I don't know how I feel about K-Dot at tight end. I mean, he had some nice games last year, but remember, those were like with Godwin and Evans both out. I don't know. K-Dot, not my favorite tight end, but I can definitely wait till the end. When is okay, Caleb Williams has a week 5 bye. I would make a great NFL reporter, like the play-by-play guy, or the person that interviews the players. I don't think I could do play-by-play. That's hard. That's very hard. You know who I really like here as the third tight end? Let's grab Brenton Strange. I like Brenton Strange, and I don't really love the running backs on the board here. Theo Johnson, a sneaky name, actually. Yes. Sneaky name. I haven't drafted any Theo Johnson. I don't even know, does he even get drafted in these drafts? But I could see Theo Johnson having some streaming value throughout the season. Yeah, I liked him too. Yeah, I'll look at your BBM team. If you're Franco, if you're on, are you in the? If you're in the Discord, go to the Underdog Fantasy channel. Post a team. We got a lot of really smart people in there. That'll comment on your team. I'll comment too. I'll go in there and check it out after this. But we also, I mean, do it. We got other smart people in there that do a lot of these drafts. All right, let's grab Gino here to stack with Besh. Is Caleb and Gino enough? I'll probably grab a very late round QB. Watch out for Fitter 51. Is that you, Shane? Who's Fitter 51? Fitter. Who's Fitter 51? Who are you talking about? Oh, that's you? I don't see you in this draft. Are you in this? I don't see you. Or are you talking about the Discord? Maybe you're talking about the Discord. Oh, in the Discord. Okay. Yeah, I'm not in the Discord much these days, but I'll check it out. It's just, man, every time I go into the Discord, it's just people like arguing about stuff, and I'm like, all right, back out. Trey Tucker with last pick with Gino. I got Jack Besh, so I'm good there. I'm done at wide receiver. Dark Star, I don't know if you just joined the draft, but I went 5 straight wide receivers to start the draft, and then Jack Besh a little bit later. So I'm not going to take any more wide receivers. It's going to be, in fact, it's just going to be running backs and QBs, or another QB if I take one. I like Will Shipley as a handcuff. Is Geno Smith and Cam Ward enough at QB for my fantasy team? Like, I assume you mean in underdog? Probably not. If I have Geno and Cam Ward, I want a third quarterback for sure. Caleb is where we start to get to the cutoff of where I'm like on the fence. Is Caleb and Geno enough? It probably is. You know, if you got Algier on your dynasty bench and you don't want to hold on to him, go to the Bijan. Go to the player that has Bijan. Go get a pick. Go get like a second round pick. Say, hey, here's your Bijan insurance. I mean, I really hope you're right about that, Kenny. I always liked Trevor Lawrence. I was a believer in him coming out of college. I'd like to see him have his best year this year. Yeah, nothing wrong with holding Algier either because, knock on wood that it doesn't happen. But if something happens to Bijan, Algier is going to be an every week must-start running back. Speaking of a must-start running back, who's going to be our last run? Actually, you know what? I'm going to go. No, let's go. Let's go Taj Brooks with our last pick. Against the Cleveland QB. Man, something tells me we're going to start the season with Flacco, but I think we're going to see Shador eventually. I don't count Monty as a backup. I don't know if Algier is the best backup in the league. In fact, not the next video that's going to come out because that one's already filmed. The next video I'm going to film is actually going to be my top 10 handcuff running backs. Algier is definitely in that list, but he's not my number one. But he's up there. All right, so I have a pretty good idea who my QB3 is going to be. Yeah, I think we're going to go Russ to stack with Neighbors for the last pick, my last QB. Yeah, I think Shador is going to eventually get chances to start. I mean, Dylan Gabriel, like, oh, man, I did not like him at all. Flacco is Flacco. Deshaun Watson is Deshaun Watson. He's not only that, he just tore his Achilles again. Yeah, I think we're going to see Shador. Now, will he succeed and stick? That's another question. But I think we're going to see Shador this year. For sure. All right, there we go. Let's check out the team. Yeah, I think Flacco is, like you said, just a bridge. Like they know, like, okay, fine. He does what he does. You know, Flacco does what he does. But you're not winning the Super Bowl, Flacco. Not these days. The Mannings are praying the Browns don't land the first pick. Are they going to do what they did with like Eli? Like he's not going to play for you? We'll see. All right, let's take a look at the team. We got Caleb, Geno, and Russell Wilson. That is a trio of quarterbacks. That's a trio of quarterbacks. But I got Geno to stack with Besh, got Caleb to stack with DJ Moore, and Russ to stack with Neighbors. And of course, I did go. I wouldn't say full zero RB here, but as you can see, I took 5 straight wide receivers: Neighbors, McConkey, McLaurin, DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley. Then I grabbed Jack Besh. Jack Besh, the bring back. Who do the Raiders play? The bring back. He's my Neighbors bring back. So Jack Besh, my Neighbors Russ bring back for week 17. So let's hope Giants Raiders is a shootout in week 17, and then of course this team is still alive. Running back obviously awaited here, but I'm not. I don't hate it. I got Connor, Pollard, Scattaboo, and then I got a couple high-end handcuffs with Garendo and Shipley. I don't know what I mean, Taj Brooks, maybe. I mean, look, it's hard for me to decide like who's going to be the RB2 behind Chase Brown. I know they signed Pirine, but come on, he's old. It doesn't sound like they even like Zach Moss. I think it could be Taj Brooks, so I've taken some chances on him. And then tight end, we got Hawk, Kincaid, and Strange. Can't be mad about that. 3 solid tight ends. So, for going 0 RB or mostly 0 RB, I don't mind this team whatsoever, actually. Kind of like how this team turned out. So there we go, another Best Ball Mania. Oh, yeah, I even forgot about Kenny Pickett. He's terrible. I totally forgot about him. Forgot about him. All right. Appreciate it. Franco, I'll take a look at that team when I'm done here. Appreciate everybody being on here as always. And of course, if you haven't tried Underdog and you're checking it out and you're like, that looks like fun, go to Underdog Fantasy. When you join, use promo code ENDGAME because that will get you a free pick that you can use for, NBA Finals are almost over, but you can use it on MLB Pick'ems, or you can just save it till the NFL season for NFL Pick'ems, plus up to $1,000 of bonus credit. Also, don't forget tomorrow, we're doing our sleeper mock draft, same time, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. Again, not sure if Pierre will be able to make it, but I will definitely be there for it. So come on down and draft with us on a sleeper mock draft for free. Download the app if you don't have it. And of course, if for some reason, if you're not subscribed, you haven't hit that like button or the notification, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and do that now. Appreciate you guys. as always, and we will see you tomorrow for the mock draft. Have a great night, everybody.